Raven on something other than the carry role. Have they done this in any of their recent matches? Am I just not on top of things here? No, I mean Skem is usually the support player, and they normally have Raven on like Jug or TB or something. Their most recent match.
Yes. Yes. Sentiment stone.
Oop. 1437 getting out here just a little bit early, and they are going to spot this observer wood being planted. Do they have a sentry already? Seems like they do not. So not really going to be able to do anything about that for the minute, but we'll be able to deward it a little bit later on. Yeah, no sentry or anything. But knowing that it's there is worthwhile, and okay, they do actually get Zephyr to buy up a sentry and ship that out to Dendy right that second. So, okay. Ward on mid, not going to last very long. LOTAC's ward down bottom might be a little bit better fated.
30 seconds to battle.
Tigers have just been running 2-1-2 for the most part recently. We have seen some teams start to run defensive tri-lanes again, as you can see is the case with LOTAC kind of sizing that up right now. Though I imagine Ohio on this CK is going to need at least a little bit of help over in the off lane, so we'll see what ends up happening. Velo needs to be careful. This is going to be a decent stun. Ramesh does get decrept up. He's trying to run away with the Drunken Brawler, but some nice body blocks. And Velo instead just going to head in the opposite direction, leading them on a merry little chase. Another roll forward. Catches him again. Still Inkswell on cooldown for a little bit, but now they've got the Orb of Venom slowdown, and that is going to be first blood for Raven. Nicely done by LOTAC, staying out of vision until the last moment. Velo getting a little bit cocky, perhaps, running up there onto the high ground, feeling safe because of the decrep and the Drunken Brawler, but not so. Ohio does just skill up the Chaos Strike right away down here at bottom. I don't know if he's going to start trying to steal waves or what the situation is. At the moment, just putting some damage onto 1437. Mid lane is generally considered a pretty good lane for the TA, but it is possible for the Lina to still make stuff happen. As you can see, I'm getting a lot of damage so far. Velo on the run. Ooh, TPing Earth Spirit coming over. Velo is just trying to drag the wave, but now Raven's on top of him. They're going to try and aggro in some neutrals as well. The roll completely whips. Velo doesn't have a TP scroll, so I think he's dead here, but he's just trying to double up the wave to secure some experience. Raven going to come over here and just keep on fighting him. They can see that he doesn't have this TP scroll, so I don't know what Velo is planning here, but looks like he's just going to end up dying again. And LOTAC should be able to just drag this into some neutrals, aggro this camp or one of the camps along the way back towards the lane. Skem, I mean, struggling a little bit under the tower with some of the pressure, but LOTAC, can they do anything about this? Come on, aggro some creeps. Let's do this. Yeah. Alright, that's the right idea. Good pings from Raven. Ohio doing a similar thing, though no real way for the Tigers supports to really punish him, so he's also just being a pain. Moon even coming over trying to get involved. The creep skipping shenanigans have gone too far, guys.
Radiant's bottom tower
What has happened to Dota? Ohio seems to be sustaining just fine with a little bit of Chaos Strike lifesteal while he's doing all of this. But they do manage to pull it over into the creep wave up top. Raven putting some punches onto Zephyr. Velo and Zephyr both still level 1. There is a pretty big creep wave coming in, but Yamate actually manages to pull both of the ranged creeps off. Nicely done by Velo running forward to get the aggro back there. They need this range creep experience. How's mid lane going? Yeah, dead even. 8 and 6, 8 and 6. Double damage on the Lina right now. Still landing some nice stuns. Dendy a little bit low on mana, but does have a mango back in his stash. So as soon as he gets the courier back out, he should be okay. But so far, things looking pretty good for LOTAC. Shutting down this top lane fairly effectively. Moon is getting pretty good free farm, but they're not really stopping the CK. Ohio is close. He has to his name roll in over at mid. Dendy in some trouble. Got a fairy Qualifier, not going to be enough to save him. And a rotation from Raven pays dividends. Is he even just... He's going to tank the tower and just get a free trip back to the fountain. Didn't take any damage off of Dendy, so he's not going to get kill credit for that, and it just ends up being, what, like 20 gold apiece? Or 25 gold apiece for the Tigers heroes. And with that, Raven's going to be able to go for an immediate follow-up gank. He goes for the smoke. DP's to the tier 2, and they're just going to look to bring Dendy down once again. He's under his tower for now. Do they have enough mana on this Lina? Yes, they do. They want this kill on the Lina at mid, or they just want the tower kill. Lift in the wave, keep the catapult alive. Dendy taking some damage. Ohio's rotating over. They're going to drag in Dendy. Roll forward as well from Raven, but the damage done to Zephyr looks like he'll be the first one to fall. They try and find the stun on Dendy, but he's heading to the east, down the river. Looks like he might be okay. Just managed to get the meld out, and Ohio just going to saunter on past.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And Moon, okay, so they've tried to pressure mid. They're not going to be successful there, but they do manage to get some good damage down at bottom. Moon keeping this siege creep nice and protected, so tier 1 tower going to take a little bit of additional damage. 1437 is also here. But still very, very difficult for Tigers to set up kills. Just got to kind of focus on the objectives and more pressure at mid with this next catapult. Tigers really want this tower. Oh, there's an invis Lina. May have been spotted by the sentry ward though.
I take what I please.
So they are aware of this, and if they didn't see it with the sentry, then they would have seen it elsewhere. Moon, a little bit of trouble, almost burst down, does have some stick charges, does have the battle chance. Yamate just dying on the side, Dendy plinking him down, and Tigers really, really want this tier 1 tower. Can somebody snag the last hit? No, it's going to end up being the Radiant. The Will-O-Wisp gets dropped down. It's trouble for the LOTAC. They get dragged back in. Raven trying to find the roll angle. He does get it, but Dendy still finishes him off with that straight auto attack. And LOTAC, trying way too hard to defend this mid tower, are going to end up losing all 3 heroes. And that's going to get Tigers back into this game nicely. And all of that was without the primal split, so Vilo just gonna have to back himself away a little bit. Primal split gonna get used, but that's only for Yamate here. Can they find a little bit more? That's the question, and Vilo's actually hunting for it. He's gonna get the Cyclone up onto the Lina. Scam is in the neighborhood, but again, he's probably not willing to fight. The side trap is here. They've also got the Boulder Raven coming in, trying for the save. Gets the magnet ties down, but the Will-O-Wisp is controlling both of them. Raven now going to try and make his escape, but he gets dragged back in once again, and that is going to end up being 3-0 down here at bottom. They do end up losing the Pugna over at top. Looks like Ohio managing to bring him down, but when Meander looking for a little bit of revenge, needs to use those phase boots. Catching up somewhat now. It's only a 1 second stun. Ohio also going to pop up the Phantasm to try and escape. Is that going to do it? Skem jumping in on top of Moon. Battle Trance still on cooldown, and he's got the Whirling Axis soon. Is that going to be enough damage? 20 HP for Ohio as he barely survives, though. They will not manage to find the turnaround kill onto Moon. Everybody there, they are just threatening top with the Troll and the Pugna. Zephyr hiding up on the high ground. Ohio is jumping in. They are looking for this kill onto Vilo, but they won't be able to break him down. He gets the primal split out. They finally managed to focus down on the Ignis Faucus, but it's difficult. And Ohio is losing a lot of life to this drain. He gets brought down. 4 seconds stun onto this Keeper of the Light, but he's going to be fine. Raven trying to roll his way out of this. Moon hot on his tail, but won't really be able to do too much about him. Trying to get in front. Raven doesn't manage to get the roll all the way down into the river, so Moon's still going to keep on chasing him, taunting as he goes. Can he get a root? Battle Trance in. Raven's still on cooldown for a little bit with the Rolling Boulder. Tries for the smoke, but he's too close to the tower, and down he goes. Alright. Moon Meander, knowing that he could get that kill, they got a bunch of creeps to join this mid push now. Moon Meander is keen for Roshan. 1437 is on a little bit of a warding mission on the other side of the map. He might actually be okay here. He does have the blinding light. Nah, never mind. Yamate just gonna quickly snipe him down. I mean, I think that's worth. I think that's a tactical feed. Establishes where those heroes are on the map. Moon and Dendi take a very quick Roshan. And they are now primed and ready. The Storm Panda is not that quick. He gets it up onto the high ground. Now Scam is actually continuing to farm. They found Yamate. Moon Meander running forward. Scam does have a blink away onto Raven. Moon needing to be somewhat careful. They do have the Shrine to fight on. And now the Soul Bind coming out. Velo in some trouble. Can't actually keep Moon Meander alive. He doesn't have the Aegis. He pops the battle trance. He's locked onto Raven. Can he bring him down? Nice stun from the Lina. Keeps him up. Raven rolling a little bit off to one side. They've lost 2 so far. Tigers. Could this have been a bit of a mistake? They are going to grab the courier, but that's it. Dendi, that's life number 1 taken out. Might be able to get the blink away. Oh, he's gonna try for it, but a great roll in from Raven stuns him right as he respawns. And that was an utter disaster for Tigers. They used the big ultimate just to try and catch the PA, then they popped the Primal Split. Their next opportunity is going to be centered around the Roshan, so very important that they get some vision around there. 1437 getting jumped on by a Scam. Does 1437 have the RNG? That's 3 hits, all misses, 4 hits, all misses. Scam looking for the dagger. 1437 still juking Scam, confident that he has the BKB to get out of here. Roll forward from Raven. They're going to try and turn this around on the Moon Meander. Can they focus him down in time? He does manage to get the battle trance off, but gets immediately stunned up. They've lost Zephyr in the back lines. Ohio jumping in there. Troll being controlled. He does manage to get the BKB out, but that won't save him from the crit as LOTAC find themselves at Tiger's doorstep. 2 heroes dead. And the creep wave not too far behind. This is trouble. Jumping in on top of Velo is pretty tanky. He's going to go straight into the Primal Split, however. If LOTAC can just disengage from this, that's going to be bad news for Tigers. Velo having to be careful with the Panda. Scam just jumps in. He's still got the BKB available. Not popping it just yet. Not the greatest coordination. Velo just going to send the PA up into the air, but Lina with her BKB brings it down the Will-O-Wisp. And now Velo back into his Panda form, stunned up for 3 seconds, focused by 5 heroes, and will be brought down by one more swing of the cudgel from Ohio. LOTAC looking for the first tier 3 tower of the game here. Moon is going to be back up in about 5 seconds time, but Tigers, what can they actually do? Dendi, he had the laning matchup against the Lina, and he's got a decent scoreline so far, walking around with 3500 HP. Did you mention jump in onto Yamate? Got the best coordination. They send him up onto the high ground. Can he actually get this stun off? He will be able to run forward from Raven. Dendi didn't pop the BKB. He's getting chain stun. He might finally be able to use it now. He's trying to run it off. He does have a buyback available. Velo buying back into the game. Oh no, that push over from 1437. Keeping Yamate alive. The Ink's 12 stun comes out, and then LOTAC just descend. Oh my god. And with that, looking like it's going to be an easy Roshan, and I think from this point an easy game for LOTAC. Zephyr, what, looking for a little Little freebie on Yamate here. I don't think it's going to be quite so easy. Alright, there's the life grade. That's half of his health. Where's the other half going to go? Over at Roshan. Velo did just buy back a little bit earlier. Can he get the primal split off? He won't be able to. Mischance will not be enough to save him. Skem coming in with the tips, and 1437 now on the run from Raven. Threatening the roll forward, but just clearing the creep wave. Not doing anything too crazy. And now LOTAC, 14k net worth lead, almost a 15k experience lead, and Dota Plus very much liking their chances at this stage. Yeah, I'm taking a bit of damage. He's got an MKB picked up. Meander on the front lines. Ohio taking some damage. This is where the high ground defense comes in for Tigers. Can they actually kill off Ohio? I don't know if they can. And he's got the heart regen kicking back in very, very soon. Are they just going to go for bottom? Looks like that is going to be the call from LOTAC. Straight up onto the high ground with Skem. Still 20 seconds to go on the Brewmaster. They know that he does not have a buyback since he used it earlier. But LOTAC, okay. Are they content to just...
Radiant's top shrine is under
the
attack.
ultra safe play at this point is to like farm another item and take both of the shrines and all that kind of stuff, but I also don't know if they really need to. Some of it depends on the buyback situation, and there are a lot of Radiant buybacks available, so it might be stupid to just take a fight here. And they do have to respect the pushing power of the Pugna Troll Warlord TA. Alright. Giving a little bit more respect to Tigers, and are just gonna grab themselves up a few more items, since they do have quite a lot of current gold. PA, I would imagine, is working towards, what, maybe the Abyssal Blade? The CK wants his MKB, and the Lina wants the Shivas, so... I guess maybe wants to grab those items up. Lina can just Boots of Travel in, so this might be a real push over at mid, but they're just gonna go poking and prodding and see what they can find. Ohio's gonna go for mid. Skem's actually jumping into the base, and he makes quick of 1437 and one crit to bring him down. Skem's now on the retreat, but he's still got the Aegis and his BKB, so he's gonna be just fine. Jumping into the back line, find 1437 once again, just gonna focus on the Will-O-Wisp. There isn't really anyone being affected, but Skem just making a statement on the front lines. Velo once again does not manage to get his primal split out. He's dead for 45 seconds. PA coming back up, but the rest of LOTAC here to defend. They can get the stun onto the Moon Meander. Can he get anything off? He does manage to pop the BKB and the battle trance, healing up nicely off of Ohio, who does have the cheese. He's gonna be okay. Still baiting, dragging Moon Meander a little bit further away. His BKB wears out. He gets dragged back in, and now will be focused down. It looks like he gets saved by the Decrepify for a second, but will finally be finished off by the Laguna Blade, diving in deeper. Moon Meander now buying back. They're trying to nuke the Pugna inside of his own fountain. That's not going to work. And LOTAC maybe realizing that they should actually get their first plane of frags. Do head back over, finish off the tier 3. Skem jumping forward once again. 4 seconds down onto the Moon. Dendi waiting inside of the meld, but that's all he can really do at this stage. And LOTAC looking like they're going to be taking game 1 of this series. I wouldn't even say super convincing fashion. There was a moment there where they looked like they were in a little bit of trouble with that first Aegis, but Tigers showing that this kind of lineup is also balanced on knife edge. You gotta make all the right. Like I'm mostly just counting on the fact that Mushi or what the situation is. Yamate now in a little bit of trouble. Actually make that a lot of trouble. He's going to throw out the paralyzing casket, bounces over to the Grimstroke. Yamate looking like he's going to be first blood. They try and pop up onto 1437. They do manage to punch him down. Raven's got good damage. They've also got the Rubik coming in here now. Trouble for Zephyr. Can he get a roll away? I think he might need to look for it. He does have a Fairy Fire. Might just be able to keep on running. Fairy Fire keeping him alive. He's under the tower. Raven still wants this. Salve gets popped. And Raven now needs to dodge the roll. Will be able to. Zephyr's down in the river. This is a bit of trouble. Who's actually going to get the bounty runes now? Bounty runes. Scam will get that one. Up top, it's 1 for 1. Moon and Ohio not having anything to do with this. And Scam will get the second. And maybe if he plays Ultra Aggro. Oop. Roll misses. Slow. Turn around, try and kill Dendy, won't be able to do it. Stick charges and the Fairy Fire keeping him alive. He's got the blast, there's nothing to stop this salve just yet. Zephyr, you gotta be careful about chasing this buddy. They do have Velo coming in trying to help. The Shrine's already being used. Yamate does have the paralyzing casket, doesn't end up bouncing. Zephyr's gonna be brought down. Velo does get in here with the Infernal Blade. He's also got the Doom. Scam, no Metamorphosis, just the Doom comes out onto Yamate, but that just might make him a little bit easier to deny. Scam, can you do it? Won't be able to. Velo does find a double. Okay, he just skilled up the Doom in the middle of that fight, and Velo, maybe a bit of frustration after the previous game, is just going to bomb it out. He wasn't able to use his Primal Split very effectively in the previous game, so this game I think he's just like, ah, screw it, I've got my ulti, I may as well. May as well use it. Wait, oh. Alright. Thunderclap. Velo. Another bounce back. This Maledict is doing way too much damage. I think he's just dead to that, though. Rubik needing to be a little bit careful. He's getting drained out. Manages to get around the corner. He's got another Fade Bolt. Turns it around. The blast from Dendy finishes the kill. Okay. So both mid lanes getting pretty active. We saw Moon die. Well, we didn't see Moon die up top, but we might see him die up here once again. Does get a nice little juke around the tree. Gets his salve off. Raven juking out of the way of the roll. Does not have enough mana to go for a TP out, but he's actually just super fast and now playing games with Zephyr.
The ink flows with ease.
And this could actually be a decent fight. They're trying to bait with Ohio somewhat. That might just work. He's gonna pop everything. Now they come in. Velo, can he get out of range here? Ohio chasing forward. They just don't have the lockdown. Velo's just walking this one off. They do manage to get the stomp. Roll forward. Zephyr trying to go onto Ohio. They keep Velo alive. Zephyr looking like he's gonna pay for this one with his life, but this is a Metamorphosis committed, so only losing the Earth Spirit, not a big deal at the end of the day. Doom just a bit too tanky to be brought down. LOTAC are running forward, at least looking for a ward, maybe looking for a little bit more. Yamate up onto the high ground. He's got this Death Ward ready to go. It does good damage. Velo's quite tanky, but that Fade Bolt coming in, and this last Maledict tick should do it. Velo doing a little bit of shopping before he goes down, is working towards a Midas of his own. And it seems to be like Tigers are telling themselves that if they just play for like Refresher Ag's Doom or something, that they've got this one in the bag. Though, I don't know, I'm a little bit worried. Moon Meander. Alright, now they picked it up. Yamate just gonna go for the TP. Is the roll gonna be in time? It will. Zephyr finds the angle. Scam. Still fighting though. He wants this kill on the morning. He's gonna get it. He doesn't even have the Metamorphosis, but he's just chopping everybody to death. Lift back. Can they finish this Earth Spirit kill? Scam in some trouble. Couldn't get off the Sunder. This is a bit too deep from LOTAC. They only had 3 heroes up here, and even the Rubik brought down now. Your own worst enemy is right. That was a bit of a weird dive. Getting very punished by the Grimstroke there. 100 HP. And they're also going for a Infest Smoke of their own. Alright, well, scratch all of that. I just said that nobody wanted to fight. Everybody wants to fight. And LOTAC are going to be the ones jumped on first. Trooper won't be able to get anything off. Double Doom coming in, and that's going to be 2 quick kills. Paralyzing cast, buying a bit of space. Scam TPing out. Looks like he's going to be okay. Ohio pops the Heavenly Grace. Tries for the TP out, but there's way too many stuns for that. It's not a repel TP anymore, my friend. And Ohio looking like he'll also be brought down. These phantoms getting thrown out at a ridiculous rate. With the Heavenly Grace stat, the Elder Titan can defend here. Alright, and then they can force the raid. Raven running forward with the main hero. This is not where you want to be. That's 3 dead now. Hello? LOTAC? Alright, Skem's coming in. BKB is gonna get forced. He has to commit everything now. Can he actually find a fight? Okay, uses the BKB, but not the Metamorphosis. Now he's being doomed up. Alright, run for the fountain. Tier 3 dead. Blasting on to the rest of it. Ohio running forward. Terrorblade, what can they do? Can they actually find a catch? Ohio doesn't have the Yule Scepter or anything. Scam's just running forward, but they don't have the lockdown. Zephyr, do they have any disables for this man? Yes, they do. They will manage to kill off the Earth Spirit, but LOTAC just losing their tier 3. There's no dire glyph available for 3 seconds, so they should be able to repel a high ground attempt. Scam doesn't want to use the meta just for the buildings, I don't think. He really wants to try and find an actual fight. They get the lift up on for the Zoom. Not in a great position. What are you doing in here? He's in trouble. Couple more auto attacks to bring him down. He doesn't have a buyback available. Moon's already bought back. Buyback now from the Doom. If they can disengage on LOTAC, this would be huge. And it looks like they might be able to do just that. They let them go. Tigers catch nobody off of the double buyback. They do hold their tier 3, but that is so expensive. The fight then. Everyone should fairly reliably melt to Scam. Okay. They got the double Doom coming in. Terrible. Played in some trouble. Can they keep him alive? Omni-Knight managed to get his BKB off, so he's actually still alive right now. Can they keep this Terrorblade up? They've got the heals for him. He's still silenced for the time being, and they can't actually get out of it. It's a little bit too long. They've lost 1 lifestealer. Doomed up in response, though. Rubik managed to steal it. Can they get the lifestealer out of here? Looks like they should be able to. Ohio dropping fairly low to 1-for-1. Velo dying in the midst of that fight. Yamate doing his best with the heals. Looking for the turnaround up here on the high ground. Dandy thinks about running out. They've got the roll forward and sprint in the middle of everything, but he gets straight up lifted, and Terrible is thinking about coming back into this. He's bought back. Moon, alright, TPing in onto the shrine. Raven will be next to fall. That's the 2 supports dead. Ohio in some trouble. Scam's trying to come over. Ohio with the Heavenly Grace, able to just run this one off. Needs to be careful of the Phantoms. Scam comes in. This is his fight. But again, I think he's just gonna get kited. And he gets tipped by Moon. They know that they can just disengage from the Terrorblade. They saw him pop that Metamorphosis. And away they go. Though the Roshan has respawned, so similar to last time. So similar to the time that he killed 1437 with the Metamorphosis, they do have this backup plan. Tigers, what can they actually do? Can they come over here and try and contest this? Moon meandered. Alright, gonna send the illusions over. They see the Metamorphosis Terrorblade illusion. Alright, illusions are a little bit annoying. More heroes coming over, but they have to commit for this Roshan. They need the Aegis for the Terrorblade. He's gonna pop the BKB, gets stunned up. A little bit of trouble. He does have the Heavenly Grace to the disable, not sticking for that long. Now he pops the BKB, starts chunking into Moon Meander, who gets backed up by Roshan. Moon's in trouble, he doesn't have it in fast. He's calling for 147 to come out and help him. Roshan's outside of the pit, so they can't actually finish it off. Skem doesn't have the metamorphosis, he doesn't have the BKB, he's in big trouble. He does just barely manage to pick up the Aegis, however. So they bring him down. Yamate throws a paralyzing cast, Earth Splitter, breaking up the fight. Tigers once again just trying to run for it. Ohio trying to come forward. They do get the lift up onto the Grimstroke, but is that going to be enough? LOTAC, I think they need a little bit more. Were there more buybacks used? So Ohio bought back. Backing up, they're also smoked. Skem heading forward, he's on the front line. Needs to be careful, where will this Doom land? That's the question. They jump and they get the stop. They're looking for Skem. They get the double Doom out. This should be a total disaster. LOTAC can't cut away from this. They're focusing on to Ohio first. Skem did actually manage to get his BKB off, so he's still fine. He pops the metamorphosis, but with no BKB can he actually sit here and fight. He gets an early Sunder out. Earth coming through, doing a lot of damage. He's dead, so is Vila. Moon Meander trying to stand his ground and fight, but this death ward from the low ground doing so much damage. Moon Meander in big trouble. He gets lifted up. He's brought down. Dandy's bought back already. Trying to return to this fight, but Skem too much damage. Finishes off the double kill. They lose Ohio immediately, but they just couldn't focus on the Terrorblade. And that is going to be a big fight win for LOTAC. All of the damage being done by the TB, though the Elder Titan doing just as much work. Well, I mean, about half as much work. Oh, Observer pausing the game. Whoops. Phenol, is that you? Anyway. Alright. Skem still has a tiny bit left of this metamorphosis. Heads up onto the high ground. Tigers do have 2 buybacks available. They might be able to wait for the Doom, but this Lifestealer is going to get forced out. Can they actually kill Skem? Forced out away. He's got the Satanic, he's got the Sunder. I think he's actually alright. He just needs to wait out this rage. He's looking towards Moon. They silence him up. He gets the BKB up. He Sunders the illusion just for some HP. And now he's going to try for the TP out just in time. He escapes. Raven might not be so lucky. Force Staff a little bit further away. Finds himself a haste. And I think that is going to punch into him. Skem also chasing Dendy. Almost finished off to get the Glimmer Cape pop one more time. Doom comes in. It's only onto the Ogden, and I can actually do anything about Skem. He pops everything, and now just starts right-clicking through. Vila hiding away from him. Zephyr trying to get the roll, but Raven does manage to block it. They did bring down Dendy. They're going to bring down Zephyr at the same time. Moon split up from the rest of the team as LOTAC managing to play together just that little bit better. Roshan has, oh my god, Roshan super fast respawn. Skem has a DD. What are they going to go for? Mid lane's being pushed up by Velo. Moon Meander trying to stick around down here, but what can they actually do? Velo, what are you going to do here? Please don't try and kill Yamate. I think that's a bad decision. They've got 1437 here. Alright, Velo. Trying to steal the creep wave. He's going to get lifted though. They've got quite a lot of damage. This depth ward does good work. They're going to keep on chasing. Rubik on the prowl. Velo. What's been stolen? That's the stomp. Jump forward from the Rubik into the roof stomp. Raven with the punches. It's too much damage. Velo's dead. They bought a little bit of time though. Skem looking for more over at mid. Buyback now from the Doom. Lifestealer is not even back just yet. His TP is still on cooldown for 30 seconds. Moon Meander not interested in coming over here, it seems. Alright, nice little reflection. Get some auras off of the Doombringer, and Scam just keeps on working. His team isn't even anywhere nearby. He's just taking the Strax for free. Hello, Tigers? What is happening right now? He doesn't even have Metamorphosis. He doesn't have Meta for 60 seconds. They're just watching him take their racks. Lifestealer, 6 seconds to go now on the TP, but by the time he has that, it's already going to be 2 lanes of racks down. Moon is threatening at mid, but what can he actually do? Ohio's here to stop him, and now they've got the Rubik TPing over. Alright, Moon finally with the Rage TP. Heading back, but they just lost 2 lanes of racks. What? Huh? Alright, Yamate, sorry, not Ohio, now knows that Roshan is up. Terrorblade's got the Scotty, so kiting him is now going to be significantly more difficult. Ooh, and there's an Arcane Rune over here as well. Alright, Scam with Ace. Says hello to the Moon. Gonna keep on punching. 1-4-3-7. Also getting run into now by Scam. Hello. Even. Alright, Ghost Scepter keeping him alive for now, but now the rest of LOTAC are here. Who are they going to doom up this time? Once again, it's only on the Omni Knight. Scam willingly just pops everything. And now he's going to look for this fight. Can they actually keep the Omni alive? This is the question. He's going to get sundered up by Scam, who pops the BKB. He's also got the Satanic ready to go. Might be looking over towards Moon in a second. He's got another Sunder, but he gets Dagon. Dem from the side. I'm doing the work. Moon Man is still focused in the middle of all of this though. Can he find an infest target? He's looking for it, but he can't seem to find anybody. Dendi completely saving this fight for his team. The infest is not going to be enough to get him out of there. They pop the vessel. Raven's dead. I mean, Zephyr is dead. Moon Meander dead for 2 minutes. Scam just buys straight back into the game. He almost made the play of the game there. Did get kind of stopped by Dendi, who's going to pop Yamate, but Dendi now going to get popped himself. He's dead for 100. Zephyr wants to join the rest of his team in the afterlife, and he's going to be joining the rest of his team in the lower bracket because LOTAC have taken this series 2-0. I don't even know half of what happened in this game. There were some throws